Guy took no time at all to get in line to enjoy the street parade featuring a Benny brass band.
There's nothing like enjoying really good music, especially when there's a host of artists performing for you. Here in Zanzibar is the 7th edition of the Sauti Busara Festival, where we're starting off with the music parade that begins right here and ends at a big party. Let's go join them.
The islands have been welcoming people from far-flung places for centuries, and at this festival, where everybody's in party mode, the convivial atmosphere is more hospitable than ever, and everybody's willing to share.
It's so hot here, I have to get under a shade. I hope this woman doesn't mind. It's very hot, huh? She agrees with me.
As the word spread along the town's barazas, stone benches along the streets where people sit and exchange news, more and more people poured into the old fort.
Sauti Busara means sounds of wisdom. And here in the setting of the old fort, this is exactly what all the revelers who came here are going to be experiencing for the next 3 days.
This festival shows there's a way for young Africans to earn a living through music, especially if they don't forget their roots. And an artist who's proved this is the Ohangla man, who's fused traditional Kenyan African rhythms with Western influences.
Okay, how would you best describe your style of music?
I think what I'm doing is pop. It's an urbanized kind of traditional music, because what I'm doing is I'm using traditional styles of singing from the Luo and mixing them with modern beats across the board, across Africa. So to me, I tend to say I'm just a pop artist.
Fresh from wowing the audiences of Japan and other countries, Fresh Jumbe got everyone on board the African Express.
Having moved and lived in Japan, is your music in Swahili, Japanese, English?
I like to keep myself as a Tanzanian. Wherever I go, I do my music in Swahili. Of course, there are some events that we have to sing Japanese a little bit, but I almost don't sing in English. Living in Japan, you have to play African music, not only Tanzanian music sometimes, but when I play the music from other countries, not Tanzania, not Kenya, it means I have to sing the language where the music came from. But for my own music, I always sing in Swahili.
World music promoters and journalists from all around the globe fly in to check out what's happening on the East African music scene.
Under the twilight stars of the African sky, Fresh Jumbe and the rest of the artists tonight have definitely set the mood for the rest of the festival. Can you feel this?
Although the music is the big draw, there's a variety of fringe cultural shows and activities happening. From a Pemben bullfight to a Tarab or Kindumbak night, they're all on the go.
Not only can you come to the festival and listen to the sounds of wisdom, but also in the venue itself, there is a marketplace. You can pick yourself up some paintings, some artwork, some masks, and all of it for a very good price, if you know how to bargain.
The aim of Sauti Busara remains the same, to bring people together whilst showcasing the wealth and diversity of music that is presently being created in East Africa.
This is the 7th year of the festival. What goes into the planning, and what are some of the challenges you think that you face?
We work on the festival throughout the whole year, but really the busyness starts after doing the selection of which artists are actually going to be performing. Usually we have around 10 groups from Zanzibar, 10 groups from Tanzania mainland, 10 groups from other parts of East Africa, which leaves 10 spaces, which is a very difficult choice because those other 10 are basically representing the rest of the African continent and diaspora.
Malik, this is the 7th edition of the Sauti Busara Festival. What's your take on it?
C'est la première fois que je suis venu pour ce festival. Et ça me plaît beaucoup.
How would you best describe your style of music and how did you get into music?
Mon style musical, c'est une musique ethnique, on veut dire musique traditionnelle. Comment je suis rentré dans la musique? Moi je suis des griots, je suis né dans la musique.
The focus may be on East Africa, but countries from further afield have fielded some great acts too. The Ghanaian Basisoko perpetuates a history of more than a century, but this group of youngsters are well versed in the art of storytelling. Young prodigy Sekou blows up the place with his dynamite kora playing.
Your style of music is very interesting. How would you best describe it?
La musique qu'on fait, je disais que c'est une influence entre traditionnelle musique et actuelle musique. Et ici, on a des instruments qui s'appellent la kora, qui est un instrument traditionnel africain. Et avec ça, on essaye de faire du reggae, du rock, tout ça. Donc, on fait pas mal de mix.
All right, it's the third day of the festival, and unfortunately, I'm leaving tomorrow. That means today is my last day to check out a few more artists, and I've got my man Chidi Benz waiting for me from Tanzania. He does some bongo flavor, and hopefully I'll talk to a few more artists later on. Let's go check him out.
Around 10 groups perform each day, with big names rubbing shoulders with upcoming artists. Chidi Benz, aka King Kong, is one of the more creative artists in the bongo flavor Swahili hip-hop genre.
It's your first time to be at the Sauti Busara festival, and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, this is my first time, and it means a lot because, you know, I'm going to put my effort there. So a lot of people, a lot of Africans, whatever, Asian, whatever, they're going to see me, so they know how they're going to help me. And I'm glad of it.
What can we expect from the flamboyant Chidi Benz tonight?
I think Zanzibar knows me. So the rest, they're going to know me today. They're going to see who's Chidi.
The festival is about to begin. Everybody's got their seats. Let's sit back and enjoy once again.
Guy was about to see history in the making. For the first time ever, Zanzibar's new all-female Tausi Tarab orchestra brought their classical-style music to the arena.
Mariam, your style of music with your group is very different. Can you please describe it to me?
Yeah, it is actually Tarab, but we are trying to go with time. It is not what they say, it's modern Tarab or whatever. It is historical, actually. This is the first group in Zanzibar where women, all women, play musical equipment.
From the very beginning, Thandiso Mazwai has always been at the forefront of change. Starting out as part of the trio Bongo Muffin, she went on to create a band from a completely fresh crop of musicians.
Coming from South Africa, how would you best describe your fusion music?
I've fused things like funk and jazz. I mean, some of my greatest influences are people like Miles Davis and Fela Kuti and, of course, Biki Dude, which I've mentioned. Yeah, I kind of fuse what I've learned over the years and what I've come to love over the years.
The organizers and all those involved in the festival are convinced Busara will bring new ideas and inspiration for not only local artists and audiences, but give great views to the rest of the world. What did this group of spectators think?
I wasn't planning on coming. They had electricity problems and all that, but I'm glad I drained my bank savings to be here.
This is my homeland, and I really like it the way other people they're performing here, and we really appreciate for everybody who spend his time here.
I think the artists are diverse and they're really exciting, and I'm very excited to be here this year.
Well, Sauti Busara 2010 has been a huge success. Not only do I have the sweat to prove it, I also have the t-shirt, been there, done that. Now that goes to show you East Africa is definitely rocking, and for now, all I can say is I'll be here in 2011. Let's get it on, yo, put the